again, all you people in it. It's so good to have you here today. I'm excited to share with you some more news. The topic for today is what to do when things don't go right. I don't often have challenges of things that are messed up or screwed up or go south. So today I wasn't watching the time carefully and I wasn't where I needed to be. Not so much off time, but earlier than I needed to be. So I was wondering, okay, what do I do? I'm not at the appointment time, uh, but I need to be here. So trying to figure out, okay, I need to admit to myself I made a mistake and say, all right, so what do I do about it? How do I correct it? Thankfully, I have books in my car and I can take time out to read while I'm waiting for that appointment time to show up. And I always like being early, but I didn't want to like crash the activity and the event like too early. So I thought, all right, I'll just bide my time. Now, sometimes I have a notebook in the car and I journal and I like put myself out there and say, all right, what are we doing instead? Because the mistake's already been made. And the one thing I want to say about that is the ego, the mind says, well, we could have done this, we could have done that, and then we made this mistake, and then that led to this, and that led. It's like, whoa, 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 stop, slow it down. No, just because you made a mistake doesn't mean you have to rehash it for the next 3 hours. You just say, okay, let's move on. We made a choice, now we're making a new choice. So think about the movies. Mistake, take one, take two, retake. That's why we have blooper reels, because people aren't perfect. We're going to make choices that throw off the schedule, or it's just not the way we want it to be. So what are we doing instead? And that a lot of times is deciding in the moment, spontaneously. Okay, so I made a mistake. What am I doing differently? And one of the examples I have, I was headed to work when I had a corporate job, and a car in front of me had stopped and was turning, and they were taking a really long time. So I went around them. The only challenge I had was I didn't realize that there wasn't pavement, there wasn't a road there. The grass had grown over, and I thought there was pavement. It wasn't visible, and I was moving at a speed where I wanted to go around the person. And when I did, it cut two of my tires, not just one, but two of them, and instantly they were flat. And I thought, what? There was road there, wasn't there? Apparently not. So I thought, okay, I need to get to a garage, which I knew was about a mile down the road. And someone stopped and said, hey, would you like a ride? And everyone was going to work, so I trusted the person that stopped. And I got the tires changed. But I said to myself, what am I going to do? I've got one spare tire, but I can't change two of them. And so I just ate the price of the tires and learned that I would need to be more careful, thinking that there's roadway where it's not, and just being more cautious. And that was the cheapest mistake I've made. So why not? It's not a bad thing. So for you, you have to say to yourself, how am I moving on from this point forward? How am I moving from here to my next step? Even though I know the outcome, the result wasn't what I wanted it to be, but how can I adjust? How can I just say, all right, that's what's in place. Let's do something over here. And then you just go on. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that helped give you a little tip, a little pointer, and I will see you real soon. Bye for now.